Hi, this is Bethany Jett, author of The Cinderella Rule, and today we're talking about boundaries, part 1, boundaries with your words. I think it's really important to set a boundary with how you talk to people and how you let other people talk to you. I dated a guy one time who thought it was okay to call me the B word, and it was not okay. And what I learned from that relationship was what you allow is what will continue. And so because I didn't get mad enough and I didn't, break up over it, he thought that it was perfectly acceptable to say that word, and it totally isn't. Girls, do not let guys call you that, and guys, you should not call a girl that. It's disrespectful. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13:5 that love does not dishonor. And so when you're in a relationship with somebody that you love and you say words that are hurtful or cruel or you call them names, you're not honoring them, you're being dishonoring. And that's not love. And if you're in a relationship where you think that's okay, it's not. Someone who loves you should say kind words and speak kindly to you. And it doesn't mean you're not ever going to fight. It just means that when you do fight, you fight fair and you don't name call and you don't cuss at each other. If you don't want people to cuss at you, you probably shouldn't be somebody who cusses at others. We really need to watch the things that come out of our mouth, and we need to have a boundary with that. It's interesting that, I'm sure many of you have had this happen to you where someone finds out you're a Christian and they automatically apologize for any kind of negative language that they have said. Or, my husband's a youth minister, and so once they find out we are, part of the church, they always will, take back some of the things that he said. Well, I didn't create that boundary with them. They created the boundary once they found out that I was a Christian. So it's interesting how boundaries can work either from you setting one verbally or even just people knowing who you are, that automatically there seems to be a boundary level there. So just remember that when you're talking to somebody you love, to always use words that honor them. Because not only does that honor that person, but it also honors God. And that is it's a nice way to have a loving relationship where you're not worried about being embarrassed or called out in public by somebody, because they're not allowed to call you that in private either. So just make sure you set boundaries. Don't let people get away with calling you nasty names, and the best way to do that is to be someone who does not use that type of language yourself. This is Bethany Jett, author of The Cinderella Rule with Boundaries Part 1, Words.